Welcome to Everyday Cooking with Ann. Today we're going to take you on a little adventure with us because I was asked to do a small catering job for a friend of mine. And so we're going to be serving 50 people, and she wants it kind of in a decorative white bag that we're going to put the meal in. We're still in the COVID area right now, so she wants something ready to go that they can take with them. So she asked me to cater, and today we're going to be making chicken salad that I'm going to show you how to make the chicken. We're also going to be showing you in the video how to make my really great Italian pasta salad that I devised myself, the recipe. We are also going to be serving three different kinds of homemade cookies that will go in another little bag that's going to have chips in it and all kinds of other little things that will make it wonderful. So anyway, today I'm going to teach you a little bit about how I make chicken if I want to make a chicken salad. You don't want to go out and buy boneless, skinless chicken breasts unless you can make it so that it will be very, very tender. I think you can use a microwave to do that sometimes, but my best go-to way to do chicken, if I'm going to be taking it off the bone and making some other dish with it, whether it's chicken divan, whether it's chicken salad, but anything you want to make with chicken that doesn't have to be served as is. Actually, we eat this as is because it is so good. So I'm introducing you, maybe you're familiar with this or maybe you're not, but these are rib meat, bone-in chicken breasts. Okay, so you can make this salad for less than half the price of buying boneless, skinless chicken. The reason I like the skin on and attached to the rib meat, attached to the bone, is that because it gives it so much flavor. It is so much better than boneless, skinless chicken breasts. And sometimes the boneless, skinless, it gets overcooked, it's kind of dry, depending on how you make it. So I always go to the store, and if I can find this, and I did find this today, and it does go on sale for even cheaper than this, but this is chicken breast with skin on, and it's attached to the rib bone. So what I'm going to do is I've got the oven at 375 degrees. I'm just about to put this chicken breast in. I'm going to be baking it or roasting it for 40 to 45 minutes. I'll check it quickly. It'll make a nice crisp topping, and then I'll show you what I do to shred it up and get it ready for the chicken salad. I just finished roasting my chicken breast that has bone-in, skin on, which is going to help keep this chicken really nice and moist. I'm prepping all of this to make the chicken salad that I'm going to be having in our croissant sandwiches for the event that I'm catering. Okay, so what you do is once you've done this, and this has been cooling for about a half an hour or more, so that it's nice and cool. And this is so good, and I hate to even like throw this away, but this is not the part that you're going to keep. This is what you're going to throw away because it's the skin. It's been seasoned, but it helps season the chicken. So here you have the chicken breast. And now I'm just going to use my fingers because I'm going to go in here and I'm going to start shredding the chicken. You can see the little shred lines here that shows where you need to shred it. And so I'm going to just take my chicken, and this is very moist and very delicious. It is not dry at all. And this is going to make a great chicken salad. So I'm going to just continue shredding like this. And I just take my hands and I'm just going to take it right off the bone and shred each piece. As you can see, I'm just following the lines of the shred, like you were going to be doing pulled pork or pulled chicken barbecue. You could use this same recipe for making chicken for any kind of pulled chicken, anything for chicken salad, anything for a chicken casserole, such as a chicken tortilla casserole, chicken divan. This recipe works great, and the best part about it is the most moist chicken you will use, and it's so inexpensive because you're paying half the price having a bone-in chicken, which gives extra flavor, and it is also very inexpensive to use. So I'm going to continue shredding here, and we'll show you tomorrow how we're going to put our chicken salad together. Okay, we're going on to step 2 of making our chicken croissant sandwiches. And this is a chicken salad. It's basically got a Dijon mayonnaise mustard with honey. So let me show you the ingredients that are going to go in here. In the sauce, we have mayonnaise, We have Dijon mustard, we have honey, and we have some red wine vinegar, and a little bit of seasoning. I always add a little bit of garlic salt, herb seasoning, whatever your favorite seasonings are. And then in the salad itself, if you can see, yesterday, before today, when we made the chicken, we took it out of the oven, we cooled it, and we took the skins off, and then we shredded it. And I started showing you that yesterday when we were getting ready to prepare for today. So what I did was I shredded that chicken, and I chopped it up, and it made about 8 to 10 cups here. And what I did was just chop it up as small as I could right here, because that's the best way it's gonna work for the croissant sandwich that we're gonna be making. Okay, so let's get started. What I'm gonna do, also in the salad, we have grapes, we have sliced celery, we have red onion, a little bit of green onion as well. So that's what we're gonna be putting in the salad along with the cheddar cheese. And you could put medium cheddar in, but I like sharp cheddar because it just gives it that really yummy, pungent taste. So that's what we're going to be using today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make our recipe that is posted in the video below. I'm making more than that, so I'm going to be just kind of going along making the recipe, and putting how much chicken in will actually fit the recipe that I have right now, because I'm going to be making more later. I am trying to serve 50 people. Actually, only 15 or 20 are going to have the croissant sandwich, so I think I have plenty. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to actually put my sauce in here first, so I'm going to put 2 cups of mayonnaise. I'm going to get the other cup here. Everything else is already measured out. Well, let's use it almost the whole thing, actually. So there's just a little bit more. Okay, so 2 cups of mayo. Okay, and then I'm going to add, now the recipe calls for quite a bit of mustard. I personally like a little bit less, so I'm only putting in 1/3 of a cup, and that has worked for me. I just don't want it too pungent. I like the taste of honey Dijon. I'm also going to be putting in a 1/2 cup of honey. So basically it's a honey mustard sauce going on this chicken. Also, the recipe calls for cashews, and I'm not putting nuts in it because so many people these days are allergic to nuts. So I'm doing it without the nuts, but it would be delicious to have either almonds or cashews or any kind of thing to give it a little bit of crunch. Along with that, let's see, I'm going to mix this up pretty good right here a little bit. And then I'm going to add the other ingredients before I add the chicken. I'm going to add 4 cups of sliced chopped celery. I want to add 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. That's going to counteract the yummy honey that we already put in. So it's sweet with sour, which always makes a great sauce or dressing. Okay, now I'm going to add some red onion. I actually calls for 1/2 of an onion, and this is actually 1/2 of a red onion, so I'm going to put that in. And I'm also putting a little bit of green onion in too, for a little extra flavor. Okay, mix this all up. Okay. At this point, I'm also going to add a little bit of seasoning. So I know that I'm going to at least want a teaspoon of salt and about 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. I'm just going to shake a little bit of herb seasoning in. Now I can add a little bit more of this later. You want to do it to taste, and that's what's fun about making sauces is that I make, and dressings I make for salad. I make kind of what I think it's going to be, and then if I want to add more later, I will. So I'm going to mix in some chicken now, and I'm going to, let's see how many cups I'm going to add in here to work well with our sauce so far, our dressing. I'm going to stir this in right now first to see how it goes. I've already kind of checked, if you are going to make some mini croissant sandwiches, if you 3 times this recipe, you can make 50 sandwiches. So if you're trying to plan for a crowd like I do sometimes, you're going to want to think of that. Okay, I
think I can add actually the rest of this chicken in here. We have about 8 or 9 cups here of chicken. I pre-measured it. And what we're going to want to add too is grapes. Roll that in. Now this is a chicken salad you want to meld a little bit, like you want to meld the flavors and the seasonings in it. So you're going to want to keep it like in the fridge, maybe overnight or for several hours to get all the flavors of the seasoning into the salad. You don't want to keep it too long because you don't want the salad to get mushy either. So we've mixed our salad and we're going to be getting ready to prepare to make the sandwiches. A little bit later we're going to show you when we fill the sandwiches what they look like. Oh, did I forget one of the main ingredients? Yes, I did. I thought there's something wrong with the salad. 2 cups of shredded cheese. You know, you can add a little more of that too, because more cheese is always better. I thought, you know, the texture's not right because I didn't add the cheese. Okay, now we go. Now, this will, as you chill it overnight, it's going to thicken up a little bit. So you may have to add, you know, when you're ready to fill your sandwiches or put it on a plate, if you're just using it as a salad with a lettuce leaf, you may want to add a little bit mayo if it dries out and soaks up. But the reason is you want this soaking into the chicken so that the flavors will meld, like I was mentioning. So you may have to add a little bit more mayo because you don't want it dry. You want to have it very smooth and moist when you're serving it. Okay, I can't wait to see how this works out tomorrow in our croissant sandwiches.